This is RTV6 News at 11, working for you.
We need our doctors for more than just writing prescriptions. And my doctor has been great at being there.
New at 11, one woman's inspiring story about taking control of her health and working with her doctor to reverse a diagnosis that more than 1 million Americans receive every year. Amy Megan has a family history of diabetes, so it wasn't a surprise when her doctor broke the news. But eventually, sitting back and accepting her condition wasn't enough for Amy. RTV6's Cornelius Hawker shows you the changes Amy decided to make, changes that anyone with type 2 diabetes can turn into a healthy lifestyle.
I just thought that I was destined to be diabetic, and that's the way it was going to be.
So when Amy McGann was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes around 5 years ago, she accepted her fate, took the medication, and didn't do much else. But years of not taking the disease seriously caught up with her when her doctor told her this.
If we can't get this under control, then I'm going to have to put you on insulin. And that is what finally woke me up.
Amy tells me working out and different weight loss programs never worked for her, so she joined a support group and made small changes to her diet.
If the food had sugar listed in the first 3 ingredients, I don't eat it.
She also cut out one of her favorite drinks.
Like, I used to drink probably 80 ounces of Diet Coke a day.
Cutting out the Diet Coke, Amy says, made her not crave sugar as much. She focused on eating healthy food and finding creative ways to work in more physical activity.
I have a personal rule for myself. If I need to use the restroom, I have to go to the first floor or the third floor, and I have to take the stairs to do it. If you had told me that I could actually take myself from being diabetic to being qualified as a non-diabetic, I would never have believed you, or I would have thought that medication was the reason.
These lifestyle changes took Amy from looking like this to looking like this, something her doctor immediately noticed at a follow-up appointment.
She opened the door and she said, if I could cartwheel into this room right now, I would.
I wanted to do cartwheels down the hall, and I told her that when I saw her.
This is Dr. Deborah Balos with IU Health.
Amy now doesn't have diabetes. I mean, her glucose is normal. Her cholesterol looks great. It works. She is a prime example that if you make these changes, it does work.
Dr. Balos hopes people see Amy's story and realize you're the only person who has control of your health.
You can make suggestions, you can educate, but you can't make somebody do something.
Dr. Balos explains the impact type 2 diabetes can have on your body and why so many people, at first, don't take it seriously.
With early stages of diabetes, you feel well. You don't feel any different. So it's hard for people to really grasp, but there are things happening inside that you really can't identify. You have risks of going blind, kidney failure, heart disease.
All things, Dr. Balos tells me, Amy more than likely won't have to deal with.
Because of the changes that I was willing to make, not only have I set out a great example for my kids as they enter into adulthood, but I'm going to be around to teach my grandkids.
Working for you, I'm Cornelius Hawker for RTV6.
And good to see there. The American Diabetes Association says complications from type 2 diabetes like stroke, heart disease, kidney failure, well, it kills thousands of Americans each year. As Dr. Balos with IU Health said, taking this disease seriously early on is so important. We have links to different diabetes resources here in Central Indiana in this story on the RTV6 app.